Hey y'all, so I'm gonna do my video real quick while I'm driving about Freedom of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. I went for a weekend cruise with my friends. It was a group of 8. 4 of us had the key. 3 of us had, no, 4, sorry, I think I would know this. 4 of us had the key. The key is some kind of specialized priority thing where you get, like, they say you get priority embarkation and disembarkation, and you get like a specialty lunch instead of going to Windjammer, and you get priority seating at certain venues and shows, and then when you leave and get off the ship for disembarkation, you get to have a special lunch and your luggage gets like priority. I ain't seen none of that. Let me not say that. Our boarding time was 10:30, my group of 4. The other 4 had the exact same boarding time as we did, and there was no difference of them taking their picture when you get on than us taking our picture when we got on. I didn't see a point. Like you said, oh, you have the key, have a seat right here. There was nothing special in that portion of it. When we did get on the boat, we had the specialty lunch. They didn't tell you that lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it, was at 12. So my other group of 4 was sitting in the same damn spot for brunch. We always just having drinks. And the good part about Royal Caribbean, if you have the alcohol package, is they don't charge you taxes. And I don't know if this is just Maryland, but when I cruise, no, you know what? I haven't cruised on Royal Caribbean out of Baltimore. I've done Carnival. Carnival charges you like tax, 50 cents, 75 cents per drink until you sail and get somewhere in the ocean. I don't know exactly where, but it stops charging you at a certain point. On Royal Caribbean, leaving out of Miami, we were able to drink and didn't get charged at all. I don't understand the difference in taxes between Baltimore and Carnival and Royal Caribbean and Miami. I don't know the difference. So, but it was wonderful because I thought you would get charged, but you didn't. So we had to sit in a bar area, and it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I gotta wait 18 hours. It was like an hour and a half. Our rooms were not ready, so I didn't get the priority part for that. But nonetheless, we sat in the bar area, had a couple of drinks. Luckily, we had breakfast before we ate, so we wasn't starving. Sorry. I had the alcohol package. My girlfriend had the refreshment package. She was my roommate. So don't let them tell you you have to get two drink packages, 2 alcohol packages, I should say. You can get a refreshment package and you can get a alcohol package if the other person in your room does not drink. Online, you cannot do it. You have to do it over the phone. Over the phone to get the refreshment package, which is soda, water, sparkling water, tea, coffee, soda. Refreshment package. I feel like mine was $100 and something. I can look into it if you have the question for the weekend, and I was fine with that because I don't like thinking about what I have to pay for or what I need to do. And I was like, oh my God, I'm stressed out. Let me, calculate, nickel and dime it. I don't think I drank as much this weekend because we were so busy. So moving on to 2 drinks later, we ended up going into the main dining room on Deck 5, which is Deck 5 is the promenade. Deck 5 has the gift shops. They have the shore excursion shop, guest services, the main dining room. What else on there? It's the main strip, if you want to call it. So we went into the main dining room at 12, and we had the option of like steak, fish, and some sides. It was fine. Like, I didn't want to say, oh my gosh, I must get this every time I get on the ship. The key to me was not worth it at all. I just didn't see a purpose for it on this sailing. Maybe on larger sailings, something different, but this one, there was no point. So we ate dinner. We ate lunch. I had steak and like mashed potatoes and asparagus, something like that. It was fun. We left there and we went to our rooms. By this time it's about 1:30, almost 2 o'clock. Went to our room and our key was outside of the mailbox and our luggage was there. Your luggage, people, is not in front of your door or in your stateroom. They put your luggage in the area where they are coming off the service elevators. So if my friend didn't say, "Is that yours?" I'm like, "What?" So it's like in a random spot. It's close to your room, but it's just real random. And if you don't know, you just don't know. So that was that. We got our rooms, put our luggage inside. We unpacked. Just took a breath. So the other group was still, hanging out on the Lido deck, just chilling out. So by this time it's like 4. By the time we unpack and go to our rooms, go out and meet our other friends who were in our group. And we were just hanging out on the deck until the boat sailed away. The boat sailed away around 5:30. 5:30, it sailed away. They had the music and everything going on. They have plenty of chairs. Plenty. In the back, the front, the side. Like there was never a shortage of chairs. So that was day 1. And then dinner time rolls around. As we got out into the water, leaving Miami, the port of Miami, the wind was insane. There was no rain, it was no storm, it was just really, really windy. And you were just like, we did not feel good. We had made reservations to the Izumi, I believe it's called. It's a hibachi restaurant within Royal Caribbean, deck 3, I believe, the opposite end of the ship of the main dining room. Look up the map, you'll see. The guy was funny. The food was great. I didn't eat much because I was not feeling well and did not want to throw up at all. I wish we wouldn't have gotten a specialty restaurant because I wasted my money. They gave us a promotion, 40% off of the hibachi experience because it was a specialty restaurant. So we went and I literally had a couple of bites of rice and chicken, and then I was like, "Good night, y'all." Everybody in my party went to bed around 9 o'clock because we were so tired and you just didn't feel good. So we laid down. The first day we went to Nassau was the first day. So I did the excursion with 4 of my friends, and we did the Stingray. I had been dying to do a Stingray excursion for years, and I finally got a group that would go with me. I was excited. So we went to the Stingray excursion. We got on the tender boat. It was a 2-level boat, and the waves were still a little rocky. Nothing like Friday night. Nothing like that. So we were on a tender boat, and they had to close the flaps on the boat because it was like shoo, shoo, and the water was just coming in. Not like shipwreck pouring in. It was just the waves splashing. So don't get that twisted. They don't tell you the ride is 20 minutes from Nassau over to Blue Lagoon Island, where the shore excursion for the Stingrays was. Not a big deal. Again, water was beautiful. The captains and I guess their first mates had some games, and it was fun because they were making jokes, and it was really nice. Once we got out of the main water and over into the private island section, it was calm, and it just felt great. The other ships that were there with us was Holland America, and I think it was Disney. So you get off the boat, and the guy was like, "If you're doing a Stingray, let's come over here." So we had to walk to the little pathway. That was about maybe a 5-7 minute walk to that side, and you sit down in a little, not a hut, but like a little covering, and they talk about what's going to happen. They tell you no loose jewelry because you're going to be touching the fish. I didn't bring any earrings. I took off all my rings. I just didn't want any interactions. That was going to be a problem. We get over to the excursion, and they tell you put the life vest on. You put the life vest on, and then the trainer comes and he gets to the party. He tells you to step down in the water. Now, the steps that were leading down to where you get the life vest, and before they give you instructions, were so steep. Like, I felt like I was learning how to walk downstairs for the first time, because it was a 2-step sideways, hold on tight walk. And I knew going back up would be even worse. But I did it, because it was for the excursion. The excursion was I think it was like $65, because they had a Black Friday sale. It was fine. So you get in the water. They show you one side is caged but open nurse sharks, and then the other side is where the stingrays are, and you can see them from the top level of like a balcony kind of area. So we put the life vests on, and they tell you, okay, come in. They're gonna tell you, you know, this is Queenie, this is, I forgot the other names of, it was, I can't tell you how many, because he said, can you guess how many? And I'm like, what you mean? There ain't just like 4? But there was quite a few stingrays, and they were huge. He said the biggest one, Elizabeth, that was her name. Elizabeth was 300 pounds. I said, I'm in your house. I'm going to get out your way. So I was so scared. I don't know. They don't have the barbs. They do not have the barbs on their tails. You will not get stung. So when they brush past you, you feel it's like a gel, a soft gel. And it's just like, but you, again, you in your mind, you about to pass out and die. I'm about to pass out and die. And then they let each person hold it, the top and the bottom, take a picture with it, which was cool. My friend was taking a picture who did not get in, so we didn't have to buy the pictures that they were providing. And then they give you a chance to walk around on your own, and it's an enclosed area, so it's not like other stuff is happening. It's just that, and you can, they offer you snorkel gear, and you can go down in the water and snorkel. I'm not a snorkeler, but I just put my head down like that, and I was just blowing bubbles. I thought I was doing the damn thing. So we, that was like a 5 or 6 hour day. There is no signal. My friend had T-Mobile. I don't know how she got signal, but she did. But I have Verizon, and there was no signal. We get back on the boat. It was a smooth ride back. The captain and the first mate was talking about the private housing. We saw DJ Khaled's house, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Who cares? We saw the Starbucks CEO of Starbucks, his house, and he said, if you want to live in an exclusive island where there's no fire truck, there's no police, there's no, like, there was just nothing but whoever lives out there, that's it, all it is, you can stay here. But you know, it was trivia. He did the dancing contest. He had some, you know, it was a good ride back, so you didn't even realize it was 20 minutes. We get back to the other side. We get on the, we walked through Nassau because one of the girls in our group had not been. So we went over to the straw market. The straw market is not the same from 6, 7, 8 years ago. They are now in one big mall kind of thing, and they all have little stations. So it's not the same Nassau. They are building up. The bridge is new. It's like a whole new area they're building up, and it looks really, really nice. So I'm very happy, because I know a bad storm tore them up. We get back from there, went to the boat. Some people went to the jacuzzi. I went to the room, took a shower, changed clothes, went to the casino, didn't win a damn dime, but whatever. You gamble because it's called gambling. They don't have many casino machines. It was a smaller casino, I will say. It was a much smaller casino than I'm used to, but they have a variety of games, table games, and then I went to the top. At this point, it's dinner time. We ate it was a specialty dining. Sorry, not specialty dining. It was captain's dinner night, where you know, dress up formal. So my group took pictures on the staircase. We had food. It was, I liked it. I believe I had steak, French onion soup. That sounds right. And a side, nothing crazy. The dessert was okay. We were there for about 2 hours. We went back and changed into regular clothes, and then we just hung out at Villain and Saint, another bar. We went to karaoke, but that was trash because they don't have no songs. Like, we were all gonna do BBD or SWV. They don't even have them in the repertoire. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. It just wasn't, it wasn't ideal. but whatever. We left karaoke. It was about 10:45, and we were tired because we old. Like, I'm 44, and I was so tired. Like, can I make it? Can I make it? What time is it? Can I go to bed? I was so tired. But we stayed up. We had blankets and all. We was like somebody's mother in there looking for that child. We stayed up. We went to the club. The club was a little turned up. The ice skating rink on the boat, they must have covered it and made it a dance floor, because that is what people were on, dancing. And I was in, like, so if you can imagine, stadium seating and then the arena. So we were there and we were dancing and we had a good time. The music was, the DJ tried, you know, he was trying to appeal to the masses, and it was crowded at all times. Nobody was like stiff and like not trying to dance, because they was out there, child. They was out there. We then did the pizza shop, because one person in our group said the pizza shop closes at 2, and it was like 1:20. We gotta go, we hungry. We went and we ate. I will say, I do not like the fact that you cannot, there's only pizza or room service, and room service is 30 to 45 minutes. Carnival has sandwiches, hot dogs, fries, cookies, fruit, and pizza. Royal Caribbean only has pizza. And I'm like, what if I want this? So, neither here nor there. Went to bed, woke up. We were in their private island, Coco Cay. Coco Cay was beautiful. It's a huge island. They had a balloon, a hot air balloon you could get on. They had the regular side where you didn't need reservations for. They had the side for the beach club, which we initially did, but then the group changed their mind and we ended up doing the overwater cabanas, like in Bora Bora or the Maldives. The water was fantastic. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It was 8 of us. We all went into the bungalow. It was covered, and then they had 4 chairs that were out, lounge chairs that were out. They had like a showering kind of room where you can rinse off whatever. They had a refrigerator that was stocked. They had a table that lifted up, and inside was like ice, and you can put stuff to keep it cold. The guy we had was really good and informative. He told us, order your food now, and by the time lunch is ready, I can bring it back to you. He was hustling. Smart idea, they gave him bikes. So he would have to hold it and ride the bike up and down the pier to each of the bungalows, and they did it. No, didn't drop nothing. They kept the drinks flowing. I feel it was $1,500 from what I saw. So you divide that by 8. Maybe it's $180 something per person, but you have it all day long. They have a Bluetooth speaker that can pipe throughout the whole thing, and they have a separate speaker if you want to be on the lounge chairs where it's more out in the sun, or the hammock that goes to the like water, but you don't, when you sit in it, you don't go into the water. What else? That was a very relaxing day. We were drinking, we were sleeping, we were laughing, we had a good time. They give you the floating mats, so you can get on the floating mats. I don't know how to get on the floating mats. I thought I was gonna be able to just like lay, and you couldn't lay. You had to like get on and then be confident you wasn't gonna fall off. It was a lot. I was concerned, so I just laid across it and just paddled my feet. We left there, and they had the trams from that part all the way over to the boat. So it was a tram to the main stop, then the main stop under the tram over to the boat. Not a big deal. Again, it wasn't super hot. It was like 84, so it wasn't crazy, but it was perfect. We get back to the boat. I feel like it might have been close to dinner, and their app was a little wonky because it was like 5:30. And the app was like, the main dining room is closed. And I'm like, closed? It's 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. It was a mistake. It has to be at 6 o'clock, and then the app will change to open. So we all ended up eating in the Windjammer. And the Windjammer's food is similar to the main dining room food with a few exceptions. So it wasn't crazy. We ate, we wasn't hungry. They had a movie on the deck. We didn't do that. We ended up, I don't know. Listen, that means you had a good time. I don't know where we ended up. I'm thinking, like, I feel like we just hung out. in the main areas, in the bar areas. And then we all decided to go back to the room because it was like 10 something. Did we do something else? This is crazy. I'm trying to think. We ate, and then we went somewhere. I don't know. It was Sunday. I don't know. We went back to the room at some point, whatever in between dinner and that. I don't know. We packed our luggage, and then if you had the key, they had a specialty luggage tag, and you put it outside your room by 10 o'clock, and then they take it off, and you're supposed to be at a certain area where you don't have to wait. All right. We waiting for our people anyway, so it didn't really matter. The porters are there, and they are hustlers. They are trying to get you to get into their person's car, and it's like $10, $11 per person. Well, per person? Per person. Uber was the same price. Miami Airport was only maybe 10, 15 minutes away, but rush hour traffic was trafficking. Overall, I will say I would do Royal Caribbean again, but here's what I will say about Royal Caribbean and Carnival. They charge you every day for whatever it is you are doing. So if you add an excursion, if you buy like a souvenir, so you'll see the transactions happening on your card, whatever, credit card, bank card. They then still hold the authorization, and then once you get off the ship, they charge that same exact full amount. My amount was $4.55 that I spent because I had got alcohol at the duty-free shop. I bought some rum cake. I played the casino. And I think that might have been it. And I don't know. I think that might have been it. I got food at the private island, which did not come with Royal Caribbean's anything, so you had to have cash or a card. I forgot to tell you that part about the private island, the Blue Lagoon. So today is Thursday. We got back Monday. So on my transaction statement, one of my friends realized it. You are charged my balance was $4.55. You are charged of $4.55 as a lump sum, and then you see the incremental charges as pending authorizations. So it'll drop off at some point, and then you'll have the difference. But I'm like, y'all can't. If y'all have it as authorizations, let it go completely through versus you trying to do it twice. You get billed twice. It makes no sense. So you're on the phone and like, no, it's going to drop off. I'm like, drop off when? What if I had like a limited card or something like that? What are you doing to that? And they kept saying, oh, it's going to drop off 5 to 7 business days at best by the 21st. Luckily, I'm not worried about it like that. I know it'll drop off. My credit card company said it's going to drop off, but it's a pain in the ass. What else? I think that was it. The ship was nice. The ship was clean. Room service was good. The room was clean. We didn't ask them to clean it every night, which was fine. I only ate at the Windjammer twice, breakfast, and I did that dinner one night. Every other night was on the go. So would I recommend it? Yes. Would I go again? Yes. Did I have a great time? Yes, because I can't remember half of it, what happened. The drinks was fine. I wouldn't say, oh my gosh, I had this best drink in the world. Get the Miami Vice, and they had some pineapple, guava, Cosmo, sangria, something that was really, really good as well. I think that's it. I don't want to wear myself out. So if you have any questions, comments, beauty tips, and or advice, please reach out to me and let me know. I do have, if you want to see stingray excursions and stuff like that, or pictures of the cabana over water, let me know below and I will send it to you, because I do have that as well.